Drinking alcohol in excess. Consuming more than 4 drinks for a female or 5 drinks for a male in a short period of time is defined as binge drinking. In addition to the many adverse effects of alcohol listed above, binge drinking can also result in a hangover, nausea, blackouts, coma, brain damage, and death. The most severe of these ill effects are the result of alcohol's potent impact on the central nervous system. Alcohol is categorized as a central nervous system depressant. As we explained at the beginning of this chapter, the consumption of too much alcohol at once can shut down the areas of the brain responsible for breathing and consciousness, causing the victim to pass out or, in the worst case scenario, to die from asphyxiation. In fact, the severe vomiting associated with the overindulgence of alcohol is the body's way of trying to save itself when the brain recognizes that the consumer's blood alcohol level is precipitously high. The act of vomiting removes unabsorbed concentrations of ethanol from the stomach, which prevents the body's blood alcohol level from spiking any higher. As is the case with many prescription medications, alcohol possesses a narrow window between what amounts may be consumed safely and what quantities may result in brain damage or death. For example, a 100-pound woman could imbibe 1 drink in an hour without suffering from virtually any adverse physical effects. However, were that same woman to consume 9 times this dose of alcohol during the same time period, example 9 separate shots of vodka in 60 minutes, the outcome would likely be fatal. Of course, alcohol's adverse effects on health are not limited simply to binge drinking. Studies have shown that the long-term heavy use of alcohol, example more than 2 drinks per day for men or more than 1 drink per day for women, is linked to a host of deleterious health effects. In the book Eating for Recovery, The Essential Nutrition Plan to Reverse the Physical Damage of Alcoholism, author Molly Seipel writes that excessive alcohol use promotes angina, brain degeneration. For instance, a 2008 study reported that heavy drinking decreased total brain volume, a condition that is associated with impaired learning and memory skills and dementia. Ulcers, cirrhosis, alcohol abuse is responsible for more than 12,000 liver-related fatalities in the United States annually. Decreased testosterone production, compromised immunity, heart disease, hypertension, hypoglycemia, increased cancer risk, poor digestion, osteoporosis, pancreatitis, inflammation of the pancreas, psoriasis, and psychiatric disorders. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, the chronic use of booze is associated with approximately 35,000 deaths per year, many of which are a direct result of the conditions listed above. Further, alcohol consumption has been linked to both higher instances of cancer as well as to the promotion of the spread of cancer. In pregnant women, the regular consumption of alcohol can cause serious harm to the health of the fetus. In females, too much alcohol can also negatively affect estrogen production and can disrupt menstruation. Booze is also high in calories, about 7 calories per gram, and carbohydrates. This is why the consumption of alcohol, especially with meals, is sometimes associated with weight gain. Conversely, the more frequent use of alcohol has been linked in some instances with weight loss, particularly in women. Some experts believe that the heavy use of alcohol speeds up one's metabolism. Finally, the frequent consumption of beer, wine, or liquor can lead to alcohol dependence or alcoholism. According to the guidebook Alcoholism, The Facts, an alcohol is defined as a person who drinks, has problems from drinking, but goes on drinking anyway. These problems may be the result of alcohol's impact on the user's physical health or the result of booze's impact on the user's behavior, interpersonal relationships, or emotional state of mind. The CDC presents a more specific definition stating alcoholism or alcohol dependence is a diagnosable disease characterized by several factors, including a strong craving for alcohol, continued use despite harm or personal injury, the inability to limit drinking, physical illness when drinking stops, and the need to increase the amount drunk to feel the effects. According to population surveys, approximately 10% of U.S. citizens meet the criteria for problem drinkers. Many of these people are likely battling alcoholism. More disturbingly, as many as 1 in 3 Americans are believed to have suffered from an alcohol use disorder, such as sustained periods of binge drinking or alcoholism at some point during their lives.